Hello students, this is our second video in the series of 3 videos. This is the video for criteria, which is Thursday's word. So criteria is the word. You can see I wrote the pronunciation underneath it. The big thing to know is that in Spanish it's cri, right? In English it's not cri, it's cry. Criteria, criteria, criteria. And Spanish translation, criterios. It is a noun. It's usually used as in a plural form, usually in plural, which is a strange thing about this word. I'm not sure if that's true in Spanish as well, but in English we don't usually use the singular for this. We pretty much always use the plural. So the plural is criteria. No S on it, but it's plural. It's an irregular plural. I think it's because, I think in maybe ancient Greek, probably, I think that's it. They make plurals by putting a letter A on the end like that. Not an S the way we do in English. And so we took this word from that language. So that's why with the A like that is plural. It is plural, and it means principles or standards by which something may be judged or decided. So it's usually something like a contest where you're trying to decide, or something like an evaluation. So like teachers grading students. You can talk about criteria for grading, which is the principles or standards that we use to grade you, to decide what is a good essay in this area, what does it, and we break it down into a lot of things, right? So if you look at the sentence to copy, it says an essay rubric lists all of the criteria that a teacher uses to grade an essay. So when we grade your essay, we don't just say, oh, I feel like this is a good essay, I'm gonna give it an A. It's not like that. We have all the different, everything listed. Like the introduction has to have this in it, and the body paragraphs have to have this in them, and then we give you grades for each one, so you can clearly see why you got the grade that you got. So all those criteria, the standards that we use, are written down. Like standards meaning, what is a good essay? That's written down on your rubric. And in the same way, for senior speeches, we have a rubric, so you can know what is a good senior speech. If you got any points off on your senior speech, you can see why, because we give you the paper and it tells you. So extra sentences, I put one more sentence with that same definition because there's only one, which is, this could be, can be either like judged or evaluated. Can also be a situation where someone is trying to decide something. For example, buying a car. So, a big purchase that you're buying something big, you don't just buy it immediately, you think about it. So you could say when shopping for a new car, buyers use many different criteria to make their decision. So they're probably thinking about lots of different aspects of the car before they buy it, because cars are expensive. One thing I want to point out, unrelated to this, but I see this mistake a lot, is with the word different. People often want to write an S on the word different, but the rule in English is adjectives never have an S. So different is no different from any other adjective, can never have an S. So many different criteria, do not write an S on different. That's just something for everybody to keep in mind in general when you're writing. Okay, I need to talk about word family. So this is a little bit unusual over here, what we did. We actually took the singular form of criteria. There is a singular. The singular is criterion, with an N like that. It exists, but it's very, very rare. We almost never use it, because people are usually talking about more than one criterion. Usually they're talking about plural criteria. So this word exists, but it's almost never used. That's why we put it in word families. But it is actually the same word in singular, but we thought if we write it up at the top, people will think it's used a lot, but it's not. It's rare. The most common thing to do is just say the plural all the time. So that's why the singular is down here. Synonyms for criteria: standards, norms, benchmarks, or measures, and there are no antonyms. Thank you very much.